Okay, Ben, have you heard about the recent $1.3 billion jackpot? The Powerball.
Yeah. Oh, I think I know where you're going with this. Yes.
So one of the more recent 1.3 billion, that's B, like Ben, billion dollar jackpot. Which is, just as a side note, when we were kids growing up, I don't ever remember these pots growing that big. But in the past couple years,
people are just gambling more, dude.
In the past couple years,
it wasn't this crazy.
There have been multiple billion plus jackpots, whether it's the Powerball or the Mega Millions, right?
Yeah.
There have been multiple times when it's gone above $1 billion. But I never remember it being that large before.
You know what it is? It's because you know how it's like 3 digits and it could go up to theoretically 999 million, right? We never saw that happening where it went past that. It was always like at like the $500 million mark.
Yeah, some of these billboards don't even have enough.
They don't have enough
lines to go up to $1 billion or something, right? It's either that or people are winning less. So you know how the pot always keeps growing when you don't win? So if you don't win, the pot keeps growing, right? So in theory, if someone wins at like 10 million, then it just always resets back to 10 million.
Yeah.
But because no one is winning every week, that the pot keeps growing and growing. So is that a little bit of conspiracy theory as to like...
I just think people are just gambling more. There's more people on the earth or in the United States, I guess.
You're saying the frequency of wins is the same, but because more people are playing at the same time, the pot is just bigger.
Yeah.
Anyways, the Asian part of this is a Laos-born immigrant won the more recent 1.3 billion, once again, $billion Powerball lottery. That's insane. And the kicker is he's been battling cancer for over 8 years.
Yeah.
And he's in his 40s. Because when I saw a picture of him, I thought he was a little bit older, but I guess that's probably
the loss from the chemo.
Exactly. So he's been battling cancer for 8 years, it says. He's 46 years old. I won't say his name, but you guys can just quickly...
you can't even pronounce it.
I can? It's Charlie. His nickname is Charlie.
Oh, got you.
Charlie Safin.
I look here, I'm not going to say his name. All I do is reverse psychology. I was even trying to trick you. And you're like, yeah, dude, how hard is Charlie Villanueva? What's wrong with you, bro? His address? I got that too.
I had to prove to you that I could say it. Okay. Sorry, Charlie. Sorry.
He gave a whole speech and everything, but
the few thousand people that listen to this episode now know your name. So if you have a couple thousand people knocking at your door,
I'll never tell you the secret. I guess he's not telling you the secret because he's
Oh God. Anyway, so he's splitting the $1.3 billion with himself, his wife, and his friend, who is apparently a little bit older. And I won't say his friend's name, but his...
I heard that's also hard to pronounce.
Is it?
I don't know. You tell me.
Fuck that. His friend's name is Liza Chow.
What's wrong with you?
Liza Chow.
What's wrong with you?
Liza Chow. Okay?
You actually looked it up.
They both live in Oregon. What? You said I can't pronounce that name.
Oh
it's just
God,
Liza.
That's how you tricked me.
I also forgot to say his name, his wife's name. It's his wife's name is Duanpin Safin. What?
You're like, I'm not gonna say their names.
Their names are over the news articles anyway, so it doesn't really matter, right?
Yeah, it doesn't.
That's crazy. Okay.
That's crazy.
All right, but this is the fourth largest Powerball ever, which means there were 3 other ones that were over $1 billion. That were more than 1.
I remember a few. I think there was more billion ones.
And this is the 8th largest just game jackpot history in the U.S. Yo, props to him. I don't know at what stage he's at right now because there are no details about his health.
Right.
But it seems like he's been battling it for 8 years, and he had a chemo treatment very recently. So he's not in a recession if he just had the treatment. So.
Right.
Is it recession? No, that's the economy.
Remission. His cancer is currently in deflation. It wasn't inflation.
I said recession.
It's in recess. At least you didn't say recess, dude.
All right, sorry, Charlie. Sorry, Charlie.
This is why Lindsay's not a doctor. Good news. You're the cancer thing. It's on retreat. It's retreating.
All right. So.
Oh shit.
I'm very, very glad. I don't know Charlie personally, but I would like to know him personally.
Yeah, I bet you would, motherfucker.
I'm just trying to say, like, it is nice to know that someone that's going through something very hard is the one winning this, and that he's splitting it with his friend and his wife and stuff. Because I don't know, because he's the only one that went there to accept the check. So that in theory means that he bought the check.
So
I'm gonna guess that he's just giving some of it to his close friend.
from what I remember, it was a pool. It was like at least $100 or something that it did.
Yeah.
So it was a good amount.
Okay.
So it's kind of, that kind of shows the strategy of like, oh, if everyone just like collectively puts in a good amount.
So it's just a pool between 3 people then?
It was just 3 though.
Oh, okay.
That's the crazy part. Like you said, the wife that will name,
Liza.
Okay. In the shadows.
Yeah, Liza.
And the friend.
And the friend.
Yes.
What's the friend's name? Let me look at this.
This guy. I think Liza was a friend.
Liza was the friend.
And then the wife was the more harder name to pronounce.
Which I won't pronounce again.
We can find you'll find the links of the address down below in our description. If you want to send a nice little letter.
If they own property, you can look up their property record to find out exactly where. I'm just kidding.
No, you're not.
Anyway, so what I'm trying to say is like it's a very good story. Immigrant person battling through cancer, splitting with his friend. I think like unless he turns out to be a complete jackass, I think it's good for him. And a part of me hopes that because he has so much money now, that he can get really, really like top tier medical care. Because when you have that much kind of money, right? Some people think, what do you spend it on? When you're battling through cancer, you spend as much of that money on whatever could possibly cure you or help you.
Yeah, you might be gone. Damn, I wonder. Yeah, imagine he paid off all his bills. That's good for him.
Fuck the bills. I'm just saying, you do every treatment in Switzerland and
Right, that's what I'm
Colombia.
saying.
Like you fly around, you do
Pay it all off. Just whatever treatment's out there.
Yeah, just do it. Buy it as long as it's not like detrimental to your health further. Just do everything. Like get the best doctors, pay for that shit out of pocket. Fuck insurance, right? Fuck insurance now, right?
He is insurance.
He is his own goddamn insurance, right? He'll just pay for everything out of pocket, get the best that he can, so that even if he's not able to stop the cancer, that he can maybe extend his life or have a better quality of life for his remaining years, right?
Right.
He is actually a person in a situation which would have good use for the money.
Right. Isn't it crazy? Like when you hear some stuff like that, you're just like, man, there has to be some kind of God. Like, what are the chances? It's so crazy what he's going to cancer and then he wins the fucking lottery. That's like a movie script, bro. That's Hollywood.
So Hollywood God or Hollywood lottery God, if you're listening, Ben has a bad knee and I have a bad ankle, so we could also use some help.
We don't need the $1 billion. We could use like the $5,000 a week for life.
We'll just take whatever you win off the scratch off things.
That's what we're saying, right? Oh, what's it? I think how much was the winning?
1.3 billion, and I think he's only gonna net like 600 or 500.
Even less, 400.
400?
400. That means $1 billion's gone in taxes.
Almost, yeah.
Holy shit.
Who's getting that $1 billion? Oregon?
The government.
Oregon? Because it's from the state of Oregon.
Is that what happens all the time? I have no idea. Or the state that wins it? Is that how it works?
Oh, but the game is actually across multiple states. So do the states split that?
I don't know.
It would make sense if the states split it, as opposed to like
they should split that.
They should split it, right? Because let's say
and to us. We're a state.
We're a state.
Oh.
We're the state of Worst Asian Pod.
Yeah,
we're fine. So props to Charlie, Liza, and let me find her name.
Oh my God. What's her name? Dupont?
Duan Pin.
Oh, Duan Pin. I said Dupont.
Dupont. So props to them. I hope they find the best doctors possible. I hope he extends his life or has the best quality life that he can with that money, because he actually has a good use for that money.
Yeah, he's like the only one who's no one complained.
No one.
Everyone's like, oh, fuck this guy.
Yeah.
Fuck her. Now it's like, oh, congratulations. Everyone's actually applauding.
Because usually it's like, oh, this guy's only 23 years old. What the fuck does he know how to do, right?
It's like, oh, we're giving the money to someone that actually really fucking needs it. Like, oh, you know what?
But we don't know about Liza.
Oh, we need her on the show.
Or him. We don't know.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, who the fuck knows, right?